Hi Leo, welcome to your mid-month reading. As always, keep in mind that this is only a general reading. Always check what it feels right and with what does resonate within your own life experiences during this time. If you would like to have a personal reading with me, please contact me through the email I put in the description box below. For the month of August, as usual, I have a special sales offer available. And if you'd like to know more details about it or any other of my services, just check in the description box. If you have any further questions, email me. And if you would like to donate and support my channel, you can do that by following the PayPal link, which is also down below. So Leos, this next weeks are all about decision making. I feel like you have a lot on your mind, a lot on your plate, a lot to consider. And for some of you Leos, there's this thing about one side of you desires to start something off and go into the new, take a leap, and other aspect of you holds back and wants to stay where it is, and he wants to stay, grounded and committed to a safe reality. So the safe reality versus the unknown is something you're really dealing with, and I feel like there's a lot you want to explore. There's a lot of plans in your mind. There's a lot of ideas, a lot of possibilities. There's a little bit of that feeling of wanting to wander out there, and so you might be in a moment where you're very stimulated by travel, by getting to know new places, going to in different adventures, being in contact with different cultures, different mindsets. You're very attracted to what's out there, again, beyond just your known or familiar reality. So the familiar versus the unfamiliar, the orthodox versus the unorthodox. It's very a very strong energy that you're discovering. I feel like for some of you, it's like you're discovering that there are things you want, things you desire, things that emotionally really feel right to you, that you had no clue before, meaning that there's this feeling of you wanting to set yourself, or you feeling this growing desire to set yourself to go on directions that were never part of the plan, were never part of the narrative that was being written, especially narratives associated again with direction, trajectory of your life, destiny, destination, relationships as well. Because there's something here about you might be wanting to join forces. Others of you Leos, it's like you want to join forces with a person, with a relationship in your life where both love and expansion are possible, are coexisting. So you want to be with someone not only for the emotional and sexual, reasons. You also want a partner on an adventure, all right? And I feel like you're about to meet one if you haven't already, but this is, again, the fact that you're going to meet a partner that is perhaps as willing or this person itself already has more, is more used to this side of life that you're just discovering. The fact that you're encountering this person or dealing with this person is also creating some division in your mind, because I feel like for many of you, the majority of you is this thing of, but am I up for it? Like, am I up for it? Am I going to be able to pull it off? Am I going to be able to take this relationship this way? Do I have, what I take to provide to this person? Does she or he does have what I need, right? To my relationship values, to my relationship desires and goals. I feel like even in terms of love and relationships, many of you are looking at love and relationships in a very much as a goal-oriented manner. So, couple goals, relationship goals, mutual goals are very, very important. And for some of you, if you're dealing with a situation where you don't find that in the person you're dealing with, person of interest or boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, whatever it is, basically, if the relationship you're in of any kind of status is not providing you that stimulation, you might be considering, making a decision to walk out or to just leave it behind. And some of you could even be very cold or very calculated about this. And the message here is just really be sure, because the Lovers is here. So be sure that you're making choices from the heart, that you're making choices that are really about the truth that resides in your heart, whatever that truth might be. Because I feel like if you're making choices to walk out of something or to join something based on ambition, ego, calculation, how does this person serve me? How does this relationship, serve me? But not necessarily how does this relationship makes me feel? What do I really feel here? I feel like some of you could set yourself into a trap and then regret something you might be very sure about right now. It's like this feeling of calculation, there's this energy of math, so like you putting a lot of math and calculation into love. And the Lovers as an advice is that energy of consider the crossroads you're at, look left, look right, listen to your mind, but also listen to your heart. And when in doubt, choose the heart. Why? Because the Lovers, it's about falling in love. Falling in love with a destination, with a person, with a job, with a project, with yourself, with life as a whole. It's very important you're in the moment, and the Two of Wands also is here. So it's fire, it's passion, it's motivation. Is what keeps your fire alive when you think about the choice you're gonna make. Is it a choice that brings that fire up, or is it one that waters it down? The challenge again is that side of you, that justice energy, where in an obstacle it can create situations where again you're very, very, very rational, pragmatic, and analytical about things, and you might be inclined at times to make a decision that's more cerebral than emotional, more about how does something, the logic behind something, how something serves you. Obviously, for those of you that this is going to be felt more in terms of career, but I do feel like, or in terms of other things you have, in your mind, such as, I do feel like for some of you it's really choosing a place to go. So it could be a place to live, a place to work, a place to be on holidays, vacations. It could be things of that nature. But for some reason, it's something that is not, irrelevant to you. It's not something that is casual. There's nothing kind of casual about the choices and the decisions you're making. And you can take this to the simplest, daily choices that you're making in the next weeks. You can see, if you really look, you can see that there's something behind them, that it's speaking to this crossroads where, you're constantly, or you're going to be constantly pushed to make decisions from heart, from stimulation, from creative spark, from love. Now, if the choices that you make from heart versus the choices you make from mind are very opposing, because I feel like this is between structure, comfort, and tradition versus the unknown and the side that is adventurous, the side that is about potential, tapping into the potential you feel something has. It can be tricky for some of you Leos to be really settled into one option, settled into one thing, without guilt or without fear. But I also, and this might be a process, especially that for Leos, that this is a decision that is really impactful, big things to decide. It might take up until Libra season, October actually, to get clear about what you're going to do. But the ideas, the plans, the people, the triggers are already shown very strongly right now. So I hope you have a great mid-month. I hope you enjoyed this video. Hopefully we'll see each other soon.